Hey folks, and welcome to Drinking Alone with Friends, a podcast where three friends drink alone together. My name's Chris.
My name's Obert.
And the favorite guest of all, it's Jenna.
Whoa! Okay. I'm really happy that we can take this week off and Jenna can perform her one-woman show.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Just monologue the whole episode. We'll just sit back and drink beer and not review it.
It'll be good. We'll cheer at appropriate times. We'll cry at appropriate times. But we're taking this week off. So
this truly will be a podcast with a live audience for once.
There you go.
I love it.
This podcast
Sit back
recorded
and relax,
in front of a
boys.
live
I got
audience.
this.
Doug's gonna be so pissed he missed the only live show. What the hell? Anyways, Jenna, what is up? Welcome back.
Thank you. You know, I was thinking about my time on the show, and realized, I haven't been on in a really long time.
It's been
a very
quite a
long
few
I
episodes.
think I was pregnant still.
Last time you were on, you had a non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, so a lot has happened. I had a baby.
Right. Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you. She's almost 7 months
I wasn't
old.
sure if you were still. Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
She
That was.
has...
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Episode 80, I believe, was the last time you were on. I believe it was episode 80. So that was 35 weeks ago?
Okay.
I can go back into the archives and find out.
So that's 7 months. Yeah, so you might have been either you just had the baby or.
No, I
Episode
think
80
I
was
still...
released on March 12th.
Yeah, I was still
March
pregnant.
12th.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
okay, cool. Oh,
I
wow.
had her in May.
Damn.
And the
Yeah.
title was Honey, Not Just for Bees Anymore, and then with Chris.
Oh, right,
yeah,
right.
you hopped in late. I remember.
Oh, I remember that now. That was awesome. Okay, anyways, trip down memory lane, everybody.
Yeah, well, she's
So,
almost
okay.
7 months old now. She
Well,
just popped a
congratulations.
couple teeth.
Nice.
Yeah, they're the cutest thing in the world.
Are they supposed to do that? The teeth? Do they pop?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It went...
it's like popcorn.
Just comes in one day.
Yep.
She's army
Next
crawling.
thing you know. Oh, nice. Very cool.
I can't stand it. How quickly
Oh,
she's growing
never mind.
up. I love
Get
it,
over
but
it.
I can't
Come on,
stand
kid.
it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what?
Yes.
You got what? Catch what I'm throwing at you?
I'm picking up what you're putting
Thank
down.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. She's an amazing little human, and she's so fucking cute. I can't stand it.
Yeah, that's what kids do to you, though. They tease you, and then they grow up, and then you're like, well, I want the little one
I
back.
know.
And
I want my cuddly baby,
that's
and
how-
you're gonna be an asshole someday.
That's what everybody tells me, and I'm not looking forward to it. It's like I love my boys way too much. I don't want them to hate me one day.
No, I feel the same.
Well, that's awesome, man. 7 months. That's crazy.
know.
That's such a long time
I
ago.
know, and that was right before this, global pandemic that we don't like to talk about here. I get it, but we're gonna talk about it. It's uncomfortable, but we're gonna
It's
do
hard
it.
not to talk about it, you know?
Right.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But I mean, we got completely shut down in Michigan, and
Wow.
it was during the last few months of my pregnancy, and Jake and I were at home together for 2 months, the last 2 months of my pregnancy, and then 2 months after giving birth, and we did not fight. So if we can make it through a quarantine, I think we good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's pretty good. And we
Very
moved,
cool.
and we got married. A lot's happened this
Damn.
year.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't think you asked us any permission for any of this stuff.
What?
You
Oh.
didn't ask us any permission.
Oh, yeah. Well, technically, your husband should have come to us, I think, and asked.
Yeah, I don't do that. He does.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask for your co-host hand in marriage. They're like, I'm not so sure about
Yeah.
you, buddy.
He's a good boy.
No.
Yeah, lots,
That's awesome.
lots
Well,
happened this year. I know
congratulations.
it's been a really shitty year for everybody, but I mean, it's been a pretty good year for me, so...
That's
Plus,
hey,
you don't have
that's
to talk to anybody.
way to look on the bright side.
Yeah, we're looking at the bright side. I get to stay home all the time and spend time with my baby. It's great.
So you left Michigan. Where
Yeah.
are you now?
We are in Tennessee.
Ooh, my old stomping grounds.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We love it. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean,
It
I
is
would
that.
say that there's a lot to do, but we can't really do anything right now. So there would be a lot to do if we could.
Have you gone to some of Chris's old favorite breweries?
I think I have because I saw a DAWF podcast sticker at
Oh, no
Star
way.
Spangled. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, we've traveled a little bit and, gone to a few different places here and there, but definitely not as many as we'd like to. It's just hard with a baby and her schedule. And obviously, we're trying not to go out much right now because there's the second wave of this pandemic. So we're trying not to really leave if we don't have to. But
I hear that for sure.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's always tough, but hopefully, now that the NFL CBA is almost over, whatever, and things might hopefully start opening back up soon. Hopefully, I don't know. But back down here, I don't know about. No, I think Tennessee did shut down actually, but here it was basically like, don't leave your house unless you really want to. Like that was kind of the guideline.
I think that's I don't really know how it is now because I don't go anywhere anyway. But you wear a mask when you go outside, like in the store and in a restaurant, you wear it unless you're sitting at your table. But if you get up to go to the restroom, you put your mask back on. But there are a lot of people that don't wear their mask and they're not like getting turned away either. And that drives me crazy. Or you have the maskers that don't put it over their nose.
Oh yeah, you gotta.
That's
love
like the equivalent of your wiener being out of your underwear. So
yeah, what's the point?
Right.
Yeah, you're breathing from your nose.
I just envisioned this as like the mask, like your mouth is your butt, so it's covering most of the bad stuff, but
nobody
there's
wants to
still
see
some
your
bad
wiener
stuff coming out
in public.
Right.
That's true. People probably want to see my butt more than my wiener. To be fair,
Cover it up.
Oh Lord,
It's ridiculous. But to each their own. If you don't want to wear a mask, I'm not going to say anything to you, but I'm going to wear mine and I'm going to go on my way. That's
You're
just
going to judge
right.
them hardcore.
Yeah, in my head.
Yeah.
Now here's the big question: was your daughter officially a Michigander or a Tennessean?
She was a Michigander.
Okay,
yep, she was born in Michigan.
Okay, because CJ was born in Connecticut, and I can't wait to tell him when he's like 8 that he wasn't born in the South. It's like I don't know why I'm so excited for it. He's gonna be talking with his Southern accent probably, and I'll be like, nope, you're a Yankee.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell her she's a Midwesterner.
There you go. Oh man, poor kids.
I know.
What do they got to do? But
it's crazy.
But anywho, Jenna, thank you so much for stopping in. Of course, we all talked about it a little bit last week. Tud's doing very well.
Yeah.
Road to recovery is going well, so don't worry about him.
This is all great news to hear.
You can still worry about him, but just like a normal amount that you'd worry about, other things.
Yeah.
I feel like a total a-hole because I was like way behind on episodes, not gonna lie, sorry guys. And then I saw his post on Instagram and I was like, oh my god. So I immediately sent a group chat and I'm like, Tud, are you okay? Little did I know he announced it on the podcast. I should have just listened.
Yeah, you kind of gave it away then that you didn't.
I know.
You weren't caught up. But.
I know. Right. I listened to it today and I was like, god damn it.
And that's a lesson for everybody.
I know, but
stay up to date with the podcast.
Now I know he's doing fine, so this is good. Good news.
Yeah.
Yes, all good news. All good news. So, but we do drink on this podcast, Jenna. So, as the guests, do you want to go first?
I'd love to.
Okay, she wants to go, of course.
I have a beer from Michigan that is over a year old now, apparently. Yeah, I didn't realize it was over a year old until I was looking at the bottle, and it was bottled on 10/1/19. So over a year old. This is New Holland's Dragon's Milk Reserve Oatmeal Cookie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
sounds season appropriate.
Which is why I did it. I'm kind of not really into stouts too much anymore. I think since my pregnancy, my tastes have changed a little bit. And they're too heavy, and I just can't do it. But it's seasonably appropriate. I wore my flannel and my beanie for the time, and I have a stout. So we're winter ready. But there's
a Christmas tree behind you.
There is. I made it with my Cricut.
There. So
this one is 11%. It is bourbon barrel aged with cinnamon, raisins, brown sugar, oats, and vanilla extract. And I don't think I've had this one yet. I've had a few of the other reserves. Dragon's Milk itself is a really, really... You guys have had it, right?
I don't think I ever have. I've
God,
seen it before, but I've never had it.
Jeez.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, if I can get my hands on it, I got to send you some, because this is the one stout I think that I will always be able to drink. It's phenomenal.
Tud, if you're listening, give some to Obert. I'm sure you have some.
Yeah, right. Unlock the beer vault.
Okay, so I took a little swiggy swig, and at 11% and bourbon barrel aged, this is so easy to drink. Like, you know how a lot of them are just so boozy that when you drink it, you just kind of get the shivers. You just kind of, ugh. This, you don't get that at all. It's so incredibly smooth. Some of the tasting notes are roasted, malty, and smooth, and I would say that pretty much nails it. There is a little bit of almost like a tin, like a can taste, like metallic almost right up front, which is kind of weird. Maybe it's because it's a year old. I don't know.
And it's in a bottle,
yeah,
right?
It is a bottle. It's not bad at all. It's very easy, so this is going to be fun because it's 11%. But I don't really get a lot of oatmeal or raisins. It just kind of tastes like a stout to me. But again, that could be because it's over a year old. Maybe if it were fresher. I thought that because it was aged, those flavors might come across better. But I don't know. Again, not having it fresh to compare, it's kind of hard to say. But regardless, it's really good. And it's very smooth. And I have it in my fancy New Holland glass, which I have to take a picture of.
So how cold is it, if you don't mind me asking?
I let it sit for probably almost an hour now.
Nice. Okay, so proper drinking temp. So
I didn't want anybody to at me, so I got it.
Not that we didn't expect it from the brew locker.
Right.
I mean, I've been known to drink a cold stout.
We've all done it. I mean, I might do it. Who knows? See.
But yeah, there was a slight head there to begin with, but it's already dissipated. It's completely gone. There's not a whole lot of bubbles. It's really, really dark. Can't see through that at all. But I would say I would probably rate this. I hope you could hear that gulp because it was a big one.
I could, yeah.
I would say probably a 4.
Okay.
Because it's super easy and just, I love New Holland and I love Dragon's Milk to begin with. I'm going to say that the Untapped verse is probably going to be pretty on par with what I'm saying. And I'm going to say that they're going to give it a 4.37.
Ooh. Okay, so a little bit lower than that, but still formidable. So out of 14,000 check-ins, 4.15.
Wow, okay.
Nice.
Is what it is. So that's solid for that many check-ins.
Yeah, Jenna, I'm surprised. I thought you were going to rate it a little higher, to be honest.
I'm stingy. I'm the stingiest rater there is.
She really is. I see her reviews on Instagram, and I'm just like, I don't understand. I've had that beer. It's very good.
This was a great IPA, a little too hoppy. 2.75.
I don't do that. Not anymore. I will say I used to, but now that I've known what the styles are and my palate has changed, I can appreciate the style and I can give it a proper rating just because I don't like it. I know somebody else will, so I'm not going to shit on it.
Right. Yeah, that's always the hard. I mean, we talked about it a million times. It's the hardest thing to do, But I mean, that 4, that's a solid rating. If I saw a Jenna 4, that's like a Chris and at least a Chris and Tud 5.5. So
I would say at least a 4.5 for you guys, maybe 4.75.
So it's actually funny. Tud has had this beer, and I'm putting him on blast right now. Tud has had this beer, and he did indeed give it a 4.5.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
I'm saying.
So there you go. Shout out Tud's weighing in on this one as well. 4.5. He said he had it December 29th, 2019. Perfect. Well, very, very cool. Yeah, Dragon's Milk, great. I think you sent me a Dragon's Milk that I had on the podcast before.
Was it the white one?
I'm not. Yes. Yep.
That one.
I think yep.
Is so freaking good. I mean, you can drink that one anytime. It's so smooth and it's so light. God.
Yeah, we're talking 4.25 here. That's how good it is.
Yeah, I know.
Is that what I rated it? The white one?
No, I don't know.
But if
he was poking fun.
Oh. Okay, bud, I see you. It's really good. Obert, you gotta get in on this, man. Hashtag get on that.
Well, maybe on my drive back across the country, I'll stop somewhere and try and find some.
That's a good idea.
There you go.
I mean, they have them all over.
Jenna, who while you're looking everything up, who do you want to go next?
Obert, I'm going to say you will go next because Chris has been saucing it up with some seltzers.
Yeah, I do need to catch up. Thank you, Jenna. My beer has all this condensation on the outside, which I'm never a fan of. One thing you don't have to deal with in Montana.
He hates wet beers.
I hate the wet beers.
You don't like
so
it
much.
moist?
No, not at all. So what did you rate the white one?
A 4. I'm consistent.
Okay. Not quite 4.25. Let me dive into my beer here. So I have a beer from my drive across the country going east. This is one I picked up in Wisconsin. This is from Oliphant Brewing, and it's called Super Squishy, in like weird bubblegummy, chewed bubblegum font, I think you could say.
I don't... Okay.
It's a
Super
blackberry,
squishy.
raspberry, and coconut sour. So a little change of pace from what Jenna had.
Yeah, you had me up till the coconut. But...
That's right. I forgot Chris is our resident coconut hater.
You had me at all of it. I love coconut.
Yeah.
Right up my
Yeah,
alley
it's not
here.
often that you have like coconut with those other fruits. So that's kind of what turned me onto it. And the guy at the historic Casanova liquor store pointed it my way and said, "You'll really like this." So, and he's been right so far with everything. So right away, let's see if I get any of those fruits on the nose. I definitely get a lot of the blackberry and raspberry.
Does it smell like
not really
tart or bitter?
Yeah. It smells like I just picked a handful of berries.
Ooh, how pleasant.
Yeah. I think those smells are definitely overwhelming the coconut smell. Probably get that more on the taste, but you can see it's not totally filtered in a way where you can see right through it, but it's not.
Is that
super
like a
hazy.
red
No,
hue?
It looks like a sour. Yeah, it's a nice rosy red from those fruits. No, I'm excited to try this one. I have a few in my fridge. I've been saving it for the podcast, so let's see how it is here.
And it's beer.
Oh, I knew we were missing something.
I know. We're missing the fillers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, baby.
There we go.
Whatever it is.
Wow. I really like this beer. It's like, it very much has a very full flavor profile. On the front, hits you right away with those fruit flavors we talked about. It hits the front of your tongue. And then it transitions into the coconut with some of like the more roasty malt flavors, which is not something that you normally find in a sour.
Right.
That sounds really interesting. Like a well-rounded beer. Like it hits you with the sour and then it just kind of mellows out so you're not left with like heartburn afterward.
Yeah, it tastes, I would say it definitely tastes like a toasted coconut, as not just a regular shredded coconut, but definitely toasted coconut.
Yum.
Which is, I wouldn't expect to go well with those other fruits, but it complements. And then, on the aftertaste, all I get is really that nice coconut. Chris is so turned off right now, but that nice coconut flavor.
Are you driving through Tennessee at all on your way home?
I know, right? But yeah, this is really good. It only came in a 12-ounce can, so I don't have that much of it to savor. But I really like it. I've never heard of these guys before, Oliphant Brewing.
I haven't either.
Yeah, me neither.
And I was a state away.
I know. It's like I'm used to being here in Connecticut with all the little tiny states, and then I move out to Montana where it's like you can't get out of this. You just keep driving and driving and driving. You're still in Montana. Yeah. And you're kind of in that in-between zone where you're like, oh, I can see Wisconsin if I look really far across the lake. I can see the Milwaukee lights in the distance. I don't know.
I could see Canada if I stood on the Detroit River, which I was only like 15 minutes away from.
That's
so that
right.
was
I guess
cool.
you're on the other side of Michigan.
Yeah, we were right by Windsor, which was really neat. Really cool brewery. If you guys ever go to Windsor, it's called Brew Windsor. They're just this tiny place. It's brothers that own it. What are their names? Jordan and
Jordan and Jordan's brother.
Jordan and Jordan's brother. I can't remember. Jonathan, maybe? I think it was a J&J. But they were super nice guys, and they had really fucking awesome beer. A maple beer. Oh, God. To die for.
Was this Windsor, Ontario?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if this was
nice.
A Michigan town or
No,
Canadian town.
like Canada.
Gotcha.
Just right across the border.
Oh.
We did a day trip there one day, just tooting around, in the summer, and we happened upon them, and oh my God, it was awesome. And they were really nice guys.
Wow.
Yeah, and they like live there and work, own it and everything. It's really cool. Anyway.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Jordan and whoever.
Jordan's brother.
Jordan's brother.
Jordan
Now I
is
feel
Jordan's
like I need
brother.
to look it up and see if I can find his name because I feel really shitty.
I'm sure he's a listener, so.
Yeah, he probably listens.
Yeah, no, I have brought quite a few Canadian beers on the podcast, and unfortunately Canada's closed for business right now.
Oh, yeah.
So we can't get in.
That's true. Obert's hit segment, Beers from the North.
Yeah.
It was a hit. Very cool.
Maybe
Yeah,
someday
that
it'll
was
return
really cool.
when they reopen Canada. Who knows if that'll ever happen. But
They've been looking for a reason to keep us out, and this was it.
Yeah.
This is what they're...
Keep all you crazy
It's gonna
Americans
be like-
home.
we've had a vaccine for 5 years. Like, you know what? We're not ready. We're not ready yet.
You don't feel ready
Yeah.
yet.
No, I back to my beer review. I really like this a lot. I think this is going to get a rare 4 1/4 from me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's just a very different sour than I've had before. I really like that nice malty finish with the toasted coconut. Not something you see every day. So Oliphant Brewing, keep doing the good work with your super squishy.
Awesome.
As far as
Squishy.
the Untapped verse goes,
Yes.
I don't know. I've never heard of this brewery. I never heard of this beer. I never have heard of Somerset, Wisconsin. So I don't know I have no frame of reference for what this could be. But I liked it.
This is the perfect opportunity. This is the one you get because you know nothing about it.
Okay. I'm going to say it's above a 4. I think it's like a 4.09.
So close. Oh, no. Obert. So out of 2,123 check-ins, it's a 4.02. So
Nice. We've
Dang.
both brought some solid beers to the podcast today so far. Chris, you're
That's crazy,
you
yeah.
got a high
know.
bar.
oh boy, oh boy. I mean, I feel good about this one, but listen, I don't know for sure. But yeah, I know. Man of the people. Oof.
Well,
I don't
so
know.
far,
find
Ober, you're
out.
winning.
I can hear the geese honking faintly in the distance.
They're coming.
Yeah.
I feel like Tud's had this one on the podcast before. Now that I'm looking at it, but you know what? It's too late. Too late. I've already pulled it out of the fridge.
No one will ever know.
No one will ever know. No one. Yep.
Blevin
So
will know.
for those of you at home, I believe I got this from Tud, and it is Hoof-Hearted Brewing's Fitness Freak.
Oh, fun. Okay, I feel like
Yeah.
I've had something from Hoof Hearted.
He did give
has
me.
had this.
He did give me that beer. I can vouch for it.
He did give. Oh, he
Yeah.
gave you this beer.
Mm-hmm.
But has he had it on the podcast? That we're gonna.
Let me see. I think he has had it on the podcast.
Well, it's too
I
late
thought
now.
you were reviewing the other one, the
the other-
old guy in the can.
Oh no! I pulled an audible.
Yeah.
Pulled a naughty. I don't know. I was going to, and I was like, yeah, I haven't had a stout in a while, and I saw this one. It's like, ooh, this sounds good.
Copycat.
Yeah. Well, fitness.
That's a fun can. It's got like
This way.
Yeah.
people from the 80s in exercise gear on stationary bikes and whatnot.
Ooh, it's
Yeah.
very like 80s-esque.
Yeah. The can
yes.
almost looks like it's got like Rocco's Modern Life triangles
Yes.
and pastel blue color.
Yeah.
And that
Yep,
like
yep.
aqua color.
It's,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, so if Tud has done this, write in and let us know how we compared. But the thing that caught me when I was going through the fridge is this is an imperial stout with coffee, vanilla, and maple syrup added. So we all know I'm a sucker for stouts with maple syrup in them. The thing I did not notice was this is 14% alcohol. So
Ew.
whoa boy, it's gonna be a fun one.
That's what I'm saying.
This goes perfectly with some pregame seltzers.
Yeah.
So,
Now-
but you looking at it
Before
go
you get
ahead.
into review, I just want to ask, how much a fitness freak would you say you are?
right now,
Yeah.
oh, not much.
Is anybody right now really though?
No.
not
I mean,
many.
I can
Not
tell
many.
you that I've gained some quarantine 15, okay?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Probably
Oh,
more
Yo
than that.
Timbian.
Yeah, quick return to the hit segment living with your parents. I've put on so many pounds. I'm afraid to step on the scale when I get back.
Yeah, luckily
Just keep
my
making me
battery's
food
dead
and I
on
keep
my
drinking
scale.
beer. Oh, nice.
So I can't look at it. I'm like, okay, good. My
Yeah.
clothes
Good.
fit. That's
You're
all that matters.
You're gonna stay dead.
Yeah.
You dumb
I'm not buying a
scale.
battery
Yeah.
right now.
No, we don't got. Quarantine's hard enough. We don't need batteries around here.
I weigh low battery.
That's a good weight
I
to
get on the
be.
scale. It says low. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway, so yeah, maybe this will make me a fitness freak. Who knows? This, everything else going on. Maybe this will be maybe this is where I turn the corner. So here we go. Billion SRM, of course. No head, poured relatively smooth, a little bubblies, but no head. So here we go. So I do get a decent amount of the coffee smell and maybe a smidge of the maple syrup, but I'm excited. I think this is going to be a very solid beer, and hopefully me and maybe past Tud agree. So I get a heavy amount of the coffee and vanilla. I guess as it lingers a little bit, it does. There's just a slight hint of maple syrup, not anything too pronounced. Let me see. One more taste. Okay, yeah. So right on the back end, there's a little bit of maple syrup. It's not overpowering. I primarily get hit with the coffee and vanilla, like front middle. The 14% it's there, but it's hidden relatively well. So I mean, you can kind of taste it for sure, but it really blends in well with the rest of the flavors. So it's not like you're getting kicked in the mouth with all this alcohol, which is of course dangerous in some points. But overall, relatively smooth, like easy drink. Not easy drinker, but relatively smooth, like motor oil.
I was just about to ask if it was like light or heavy with the mouthfeel at all.
Definitely on the
Yeah, I
heavy
was going to
side.
say by your
Definitely on the
description,
heavy
it
side.
seems like it's going to be a little syrupy to put down. Maybe that's what they meant by maple syrup.
Yeah.
You don't get it in the flavor, you get it in the
Ooh.
mouthfeel. Look at me.
Maybe that's very possible. Yes, I mean it's there, but it's so very slight. It's very overpowered by the coffee and vanilla. Luckily for them, I like coffee and vanilla, so that works out well. And this has been sitting out for a decent amount of time, maybe 40 minutes or so. So it's about
It's getting
proper
there.
drinking temperature. Yeah, nothing too crazy.
So, Chris, what would you rate this beer?
So it's good. It's very good. It's not like for 14% and everything that goes into it. I probably would have wanted maybe a little bit less vanilla, a little bit more maple syrup, because I do enjoy the maple syrupy flavors in my beers. But it's good. I'm gonna give this one more rating sip. I'm gonna give it a 4. It's good. I've had other beers that are better, that are similar, but I do like coffee, I do like vanilla, so it's not a bad beer by any means. I think I was just a little bit let down by the fact that I don't get a ton of maple syrup.
Still
That's
a solid
fair.
beer, though,
And-
if you're
Yeah.
giving it a 4.
Oh, yeah, and like 14% alcohol gets the job done, So, Untappediverse, I don't know enough about Hoof Hearted. I don't know. I've heard of them, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think it's gonna be high. I think it's gonna be a 4.17.
Oh, so close. So close.
Damn it!
It's a 4.18.
Oh my gosh.
Come on! Damn it!
Well,
I think you're man of
well,
the
you were
people.
spot on, though. Yeah, honk, honk, honk. Man of the people.
Oh,
But I'm surprised
you know
that
what?
the average was so much higher than what you gave it. Normally, you're an above
and
average
I'm
rater.
actually.
Yeah, you throw
So, I
them
mean-
around willy-nilly.
I mean, it's 5 months old, but it's a stout. It should have it should be fine. So I don't think like the flavor. It's not old enough where the flavors could have diminished so much. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm turning a new leaf. Maybe I'm a hard ass now.
Yeah,
So-
because you guessed the average would be higher.
I figured, knowing the beer, like we've done this for so long now, like knowing the beer scene and everything, it's just kind of like, oh, people see the 14% in the Imperial blah blah boo 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 boo. It has all these key words, and you're like, oh, it probably gives them like a very high rating.
Yeah.
So
It's hard to
but
rate
no,
a beer
I mean,
with 14% alcohol under a 4.
right.
Unless
I
you're
mean,
Jenna.
the 4 is right in there. Yeah, this would be a 1.25 for Jenna.
Whatever.
So yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it at the beginning of this review, but I have had this beer, and
Okay.
I had another beer from them that was almost identical called Miracle Toast. It was like 15% alcohol, but it was basically the same flavor profile plus Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So I think you would have liked that one.
Whoa.
God, that sounds phenomenal.
I like that one a lot more. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look. I don't know if Tud put that one in my box. I'm gonna have to look. I thought he said we got the same
What's
beers.
in the
But...
Yeah, I don't honestly know where I got it from. So.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna do some investigative research after this. But Jenna, I know you mentioned you had some. Jenna took notes, y'all. She took
did.
Notes.
Came ready.
I did. I was trying
ready.
to
Well, she's
think of
had since March to think of stuff to talk about for her next appearance. So.
and the only
Right.
time I thought of stuff was today. So
Oh crap! I gotta do that thing.
I was trying to think of different things that we could talk about on the show that were just kind of conversational. We could just, banter back and forth, I guess. And some of these things I'm not really sure. I can't quite remember if they've been talked about before or not. So if they have, we can just pass whatever. But it's just a few things. The first thing, and I thought of them while I was catching up on your show, to be completely honest with you. Number one, fast food when drunk, because Tud had mentioned, you guys were talking about the pizza incident with the pepperoni, and it made me think, Chris said something about McDonald's being just as good when drunk, and my immediate thought was Taco Bell. Like Taco Bell is my go-to when back in the olden days, before children, and when it was just Jake and I, young studs, out on the town at 3:00 in the morning, and we would drive to Taco Bell, and that's what we would get. And I would get a shredded chicken burrito and a spicy soft potato taco. So
nice.
I was wondering what yours would be.
I'm a big Taco Bell fan.
Fucking love Taco
drunk.
Bell.
Yeah,
And
I'm
a
actually a
Mountain
big sober Taco Bell fan too. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, Taco Bell is the shit.
Yeah. I've never, this isn't maybe the best answer because I've never eaten here when drunk, but I really like In-N-Out's burgers, and they're so excessive that I think they would really fit the criteria of good drunk food. Just having a gigantic In-N-Out burger.
I could see that, but would the line be long?
That's a good point.
It's
There's other factors to
long
consider.
In-N-Out and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of hype around those two, but do they hold up?
Well, Chick-fil-A is amazing. Let's not go crazy. Chick-fil-A's awesome.
I mean, listen, I love some chicken Sammies and I love some fucking pickles, but it's just a chicken Sammy with pickles. I remember when I was in high school, Wendy's came out with a Southern style chicken sandwich, and it was literally a piece of breaded chicken and pickles. So they did it first. Although their breading isn't made with pickle juice.
Oh, is that the trick behind Chick-fil-A?
Like Chick-fil-A's is? I believe so. Don't at me if I'm wrong, but I think that's true.
Chick-fil-A at her.
You keep telling us
Don't
not
come
to
after
at
me.
you. When can we at you? What are acceptable reasons to at you?
When it's something good.
Okay.
Yeah, only positive reinforcement goes to
Only
at the
positive
I
brewery.
have
things
a
here,
spare
okay?
case of Dragon's Milk, and I don't know where to send it. Please at me. Yeah.
Yes, please at me when that happens.
Chris, where's your drunk food, fast food spot?
So I mentioned it. I'm a McDonald's guy, man. I and I'll tell you why. First and foremost, I've never had Taco Bell, so there's that. Probably the only person
Jenna,
in America that's
yeah, I know. It's Chris.
I wish you all could see my face.
Yeah, it's just pure shock and disgust at
Yep, and that's
Truly. I think I have to leave this podcast right now.
I think we.
My God.
I think we. I've already discovered this, and I vowed we would get Taco Bell drunk once, and then it never happened.
I don't. Well, we've talked about it on
I'm appalled.
debunked podcast, marital discord before. But no. So the reason it's McDonald's is I like McDonald's. I mean, even now. I enjoy,
it's okay.
I enjoy McDonald's. It's fine. I mean, I know, you just have to go. You have to eat McDonald's knowing this is bad for me. You just have to know. You just have to.
It's a reason it's called a guilty
Except-
pleasure.
You can't order a Diet Coke. You just got to go all in.
Right. Yeah. You get everything. But anyways, the town we lived in, and Obert can attest to this. When you're going home at 3 a.m, the only place that was open and the only place that was there was a McDonald's.
There's one option.
So
yeah.
So we would stop and pick stuff up in the drive-thru or whatever it may be, and I would mow it down on the way home. So I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's.
Do you order off the dollar menu?
Of course.
Double
Come on
on the
now.
chicken.
I'm not rich.
I'm not rich.
Although they're getting, if you notice, they're getting rid of the dollar menu now. It's like
Yeah,
the 2 for
it's
$3.
like
They are?
Yeah, well, it's like it's the value menu or something now. It's
Oh,
not,
yeah, well.
but it's like, your McDoubles are now like $1.39 or something like that, or two.
Do you guys
for
remember
$3.
when they had the salad in it was like a mixed shaker or something?
In like a McFlurry
And
cup?
it was like a McFlurry cup, and they'd put the salad in, and then you'd squeeze the dressing on, and then you'd put the cap on, and then you'd shake it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember that?
I remember it.
God,
I never
used to
ordered
get that
one.
all the time.
See,
So stupid.
yeah,
So stupid. Such a gimmick. But I fell for it. I fell for it.
Well,
that's how they get
sometimes
you.
it's hard to get a salad
they-
on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You can just not eat salad. Like that's always an option. I don't understand.
I mean,
don't
I
get
like
it.
salad. I like a good salad.
Well.
Chris,
Went to
Not from a
my
fast food
favorite
place.
my favorite salad is at McDonald's.
yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, my next note
Yes.
was favorite bar food paired with beer. So, like, this can be when you go out to a bar or a brewery. Like, what is your must-have when you have a beer when you're out? Like an appetizer, I guess.
Okay. I think for me, nothing beats some wings when you're drinking beer.
Boneless or traditional?
There's merits to both, but I guess I mostly just eat bone-in wings now.
I can't do it. Do you suck the meat off of the bone?
I mean, you can.
Not really. Maybe you're not drunk enough when you try, Jenna. Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe not. Maybe okay. All
Well,
right.
she did say appetizer, which leads me to believe she's starting off with this, not she's drunk.
Right.
Touche. I mean, this is something that Jake and I order every time that we go out somewhere that has it, but ours is always pretzels.
Okay.
Like the soft pretzels.
All right, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, whether it's, like, just a giant pretzel or, like, pretzel sticks or pretzel bites, like, we always try pretzels when we go out somewhere because it's usually served with beer cheese
Yep.
and mustard, which, beer cheese all the way. But that's what we usually go for. If they have pretzels on the menu, we order it every time, without doubt. I think at one point Jake said he was going to make an Instagram dedicated to just pretzels.
Pretzels you get out. Yeah. Well, you have a beer Instagram. It's only fair that maybe there's like a whole
Right.
hidden
Yes.
side of Instagram where it's like there's like girls who drink beer. Maybe there's like guys who eat pretzels.
Guys who eat pretzels.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love
You
it.
could be like a
Oh, man,
partnership podcast. I mean, not podcast, partnership
Oh.
Instagram.
But what would his handle be? Would it be something like the pretzel locker, or would it be like...
The pretzel locker. He shook his head.
No, I mean, I feel like there's got to be something more creative than that. What about the pretzel key for your pretzel locker? You know, like we gotta
The pretzel key for my beer locker.
we gotta co-brand
Pretzel poppy.
pretzel poppy. I like the alliteration. Okay, we're getting there. Oh man,
Pretzel poppy. Oh my gosh.
so I think you guys both took, like, I was like, oh, well, I thought pretzels, and I was like, well, I thought wings. I keep going back and forth. So, I mean, those are probably...
it's okay if it's the same thing. If you agree, that's totally fine.
Right. No, I think wings almost always. I do love myself some wings, and I don't care, bone in, boneless, doesn't matter. Certain places I'll only get bone in because of how good they are. And if it's like wings over, I'll just get whatever. You get the boneless because they're chicken tenders
best,
are amazing.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah. But I'll make an honorable mention to fried pickles because I do enjoy myself some fried pickles as well. So
Okay, do you like
My man.
spears or chips?
chips,
Okay.
because I'm not a madman.
Chips. Yes. Do you dip them?
Not normally, but Dana does, so that's pretty close.
In?
I don't know.
In? Question mark?
Whatever it comes with.
Chris isn't a dipper.
Ranch?
Chris doesn't dip.
I'm not a dipper.
Unless it's
I'm
ketchup.
not a big dipper. I'm not a
Or
little
no,
dipper.
unless
Hear
it's
my
barbecue
sigh?
sauce.
Unless it's barbecue sauce. Yes, I do love barbecue sauce, but that doesn't, I don't know. That to me, that doesn't go with fried pickles.
No,
but
it has to be ranch or Chipotle ranch. Ooh,
That sounds good.
I don't
like
know.
a spicy ranch with some freaking My mouth's watering. With some pickles, fried pickles.
I will say,
I love fried pickles.
I really like, in terms of when they have free food, I really like when there's just like a thing of popcorn that you can go and take. That's always nice.
That's a good one
when they have the
too.
free popcorn.
That's a good one too.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna rate what we just said, and I'm gonna say, so not necessarily rate, but like free category, popcorn all the way. I don't want your nuts. I want popcorn.
Yeah.
Appetizers, I think I'm getting both pickles and I'm getting pretzels. And I'm getting a side of ranch.
It sounds delicious.
I think that's what's happening. Yeah. Wings, I have to disagree with you because I can't do the bone-in. Like, it freaks me out. I have to get the boneless, but we haven't been to Buffalo Wild Wings in a long time.
Oh, Buffalo Wild Wings, those are barely wings. They're so bad. They're like,
we don't get bone-in anyway. We get the boneless ones.
even their tenders, I feel like, aren't good. They're like nuggets.
Yeah, they're more nuggets.
What do I get? The street tacos? You guys ever had a street taco from there?
No.
Ooh, it's got so much flavor and they're spicy.
Jenna, I have to ask.
Pretty good.
Did you eat before you came on the episode today?
Yeah, I had pasta. I carbo loaded.
Because you're making me hungry.
I had some bow tie pasta with some red sauce and some shredded cheese.
We should put a disclaimer on this episode. Don't listen to this. We put it up front that don't listen to this episode when you're hungry, because it's just going to make things bad. Like, don't listen to this episode if you're on your way to the grocery store. You're just going to make some purchases you're going to regret later.
That's the best time to listen to this episode, because then you're going to get all the yummy foods.
Yeah.
All the yummy foods.
I thought you were saying, like, did you eat anything? Because you're really fucking, acting a fool. But
oh, no. You were just acting hungry.
Yeah. So describing all this delicious food. Yeah.
I know, right?
And what's funny is that I was eating this pasta beforehand, and I was like thinking like Office reference, like I carbo loaded. Like
I never drank so little water and ate so much pasta.
Yeah. My lips are chapped.
But Jenna, I will say, if you go back to our first Oktoberfest-a-Palooza episode, I have a recipe for homemade pretzels in there. And
yes, I remember.
It's worth doing. I do it every Oktoberfest-a-Palooza now. So once you start making them at home, you'll never go back.
You're all done. You're all done. Nice. I forgot about that. What other fun topics you got?
Okay, so before I get to my other topic, I just want to mention I finished my 11% beer and I have moved on to the other one, so I might be acting a little bit of a fool because this one is 10%.
Nice. What are you drinking?
Mommy's Night Out.
Mommy's Night Out, which
does
not get very often.
Nice.
Can you see it? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because I was catching up on all of the episodes that I had missed, I listened and heard that Obert had Black is Beautiful on. So I have a Black is Beautiful, but mine is from Bearded Iris.
Oh, one of Chris's favorites.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, wait a minute.
Wait. No, it does, yeah.
So it says
right
Weathered
there.
Souls here.
I see it. It's on the
but it says Bearded Iris here.
Right. Weathered Souls was the brewery that coordinated everything. So they're the original brewery, and then all the other breweries did it. But
yeah, this is Thoughtfully Brewed in Camden, Nashville by Bearded Iris.
Very cool. I'm very curious about this.
This is the one I have, and I've been saving it for a while. This was canned on August 4th of this year.
Tud's birthday.
Oh, cool.
And Jeff Gordon's birthday. And President Obama's birthday. And Roger Clemens' birthday.
Okay, a lot of people's birthday. We get it.
You know what day you wish you were born on, Chris?
It's Jeff Gordon's birthday. How am I not supposed to be excited about it?
But this beer is, I don't know if it's just the beer that I had beforehand, but it's incredibly smooth. It gives no flavor profile at all on this can, so I'm actually going to look it up. But I'm going to try not to look at the rating. I found it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm curious what this is. And the reason there is no flavor profile, Jenna, is because each brewery was kind of like given like a sort of like a weird like basic recipe. And they were like, do your own flourish.
Yeah, do your own.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool.
So according to Bearded Iris on Untapped, the style guide says, brewed to support justice and equality for people of color as part of a worldwide collaboration project started by Weathered Souls Brewing. Our version of Black is Beautiful features a decadent collection of cacao nibs, chocolate, hazelnut, and vanilla bean.
Ooh, sounds yummy.
That sounds delicious. So, on this smell, I mean, I don't know if you can hear me smelling really hard, but I'm smelling really hard because it's not that strong. I guess I just smell kind of chocolatey. And as far as flavor goes, it's a bit bitter. And I would say hazelnut and vanilla are kind of lost on me. And I get more of like a chocolate coffee taste. But I'm glad I saved this for this occasion. After I heard the episode where, you know, you drank it and Chris was like, oh, I'd like to hear other ones. I was like, ooh, I have one in my fridge. And I didn't want that to be the front runner. I wanted something else. And then once I finished it, I was like, hey, Jake, go grab me that Black is Beautiful.
Nice.
But it's a really solid beer. Pretty light. It did have a head at the beginning, but it's dissipated. It's been sitting out for probably 20 minutes or so. So not quite as long. It's a little cooler than the Dragon's Milk was that I was drinking. So maybe as it warms up, I'll get more of those other flavors. But as of right now, it's still pretty easy drinking, but it's more of like a chocolatey bitter, coffee bitter taste. But still really, really solid. And we found this at, what's that place called in Nashville?
Craft Brewed.
Yes, Craft Brewed in Nashville. Such a really cool place. Oh my god, it was so cool. We were in the city. We went to MOB Craft Beers and Burgers. ML Rose. MOB is a fucking...
That's the Major League Baseball, yes. We are familiar. I went to, NFL beers, whatever. Like,
Ay. ML Rose, really good place also. They have like 3 different locations, but this place we just happened upon because he was looking up bottle shops, and so freaking cool. I highly recommend it. They had Southern Grist on tap.
a lot of beers on tap there.
Yeah, like
A lot of beers.
over 20 or something. It was incredible. And like 4 different coolers full of beer to pick from.
Wow. So is that just for growlers, or can you drink there?
You can drink there, and we did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you can drink. I don't know if you can take stuff home that's on tap. Chris, I don't know if you know that. But they have like coolers, like fridges of like cans and bottles that you can just like create a 6-pack if you want to.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty awesome place. Like that's a good place to go if you're ever in the Nashville area. I mean, there's a bunch of places you should go, obviously, but if you're a beer person, that is like the mecca for a bottle shop slash drinking
amazing.
spot. I don't remember if
Absolutely
I took Tud
amazing.
there, but it was a good time. So cool, awesome. So what did you rate it, Jenna? I don't think I heard that.
I don't think I said because I've talked quite a bit. Going up against the Dragon's Milk that I just had, I would probably give this maybe a 3.8.
Okay, all right.
Because that one was, even though it was 11%, it was smoother and less bitter, and y'all know that I don't like the bitter. But it is a chocolate coffee bitter, which I do love chocolate and I do love coffee, but it was a lot smoother.
Right.
So I would probably do a 3.8. It's still really high on the scale for me, which I think 3.8 is pretty high. I'm betting that Untapped is probably going to rate this a lot higher. 4.2.
4.20.
Yeah.
Nice. 420, get it? Which is actually fitting because it actually has exactly 420 check-ins, so no one check it in. Don't ruin this.
That's awesome.
It is higher than what you rated it, but it is not as high as 4.20. It is a 4.01. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
4.01.
That's a lot of.
That's
I think every beer we've had on tonight is over 4.0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured it would be higher than what I rated it, but I kind of figured it would be a little bit higher because of all of the hype around it also.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, you have hype around the beer and hype around Bearded Iris.
yeah.
So, I mean, I expected it to be higher than... I was a little surprised. I thought it would be higher than 4.01 as well. But alas, I mean, they're the second best brewery in Nashville. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's fine.
They are really good.
Southern Grist till I die. Oh, man.
Okay, my other note that I had. So, Chris, before the show, I saw that you were drinking a Bud Light Seltzer.
Yes.
So, have either of you tried the Christmas sweater Bud Light Seltzer package?
No, I haven't heard about this. What is this?
I want it, though.
Oh my Lord. My sister and her family visited for Thanksgiving, and they brought the Christmas sweater Bud Light Seltzers.
So jealous.
So there is cranberry, which is normal and really good because it's cranberry, duh. Ginger snap, apple crisp, and peppermint patty.
Ooh, those sound yummy.
Let me tell you that all of these flavors are precisely as advertised.
That's amazing. Oh.
Tud would be so excited to be in this conversation right now.
Yes.
But they are so good. The ginger snap one tastes like ginger beer, basically. The apple crisp one tastes like the apple crumb topping on an apple pie. And the peppermint patty one, I was the most excited to try because I love peppermint. Like when the peppermint creamers for coffee come out, I'm like, yep, I gotta get that. But it wasn't as flavorful as I expected. It was more on the nose than on the taste. It was just kind of sweet, but it smelled like full peppermint.
That's how they get you.
Still, yeah, but it was still really good.
Nice.
They were all really delicious, and I think like almost 6%.
I gotta ask, what makes it a Christmas sweater and not just like a Christmas pack?
I think it was the packaging.
Okay.
And I didn't really look too much at them because they were just in my fridge and I was cooking on Thanksgiving and whatnot. So I didn't really pay attention. And she just handed me some and I drank them and whatever. But
Nice.
they were really good. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like I've been like really into buying like the bigger, like the Anheuser-Busch and all of that seltzers lately. Like we did the Natty Seltzers, we did the Bud Light Seltzers, we did Coors Light Seltzers, just trying all of them, and they're all really good.
I have yet to have
Yeah.
a seltzer that has been like gross. I think they all taste like fine.
I've had a few where I've been like, I probably won't buy that again. But that's been a while. But Coors Light is probably my favorite just straight up seltzer if it's from like a beer company. Truly lemonade seltzers are where it's
Oh yeah,
at.
Tud's
Those
a
are
big fan of those.
phenomenal.
Yep.
You have to get the truly lemonade ones because those are so good. Other than that, I'm a White Claw basic bitch.
No laws. Yeah, I've been really impressed with like the Bud Light seltzers that I've had, and I've seen that sweater pack. I have not found it yet, but I've seen it advertised. So as soon as I see it, I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna have it on the pod. How about that?
Nice.
Love it. I'm not really sure where you can get it either because I haven't seen it in the stores, but
Maybe it
was brought to my house.
It's a wherever your sister lives kind of thing. So
Her
Jenna's
boyfriend
sister
brought it, and he lives in Indiana.
Oh my God, we could be Colt's best friends. Okay, Jenna's boyfriend, Jenna's sister's boyfriend. Drive down to North Carolina. Bring me these. Bring me Colts players as best friends, and that's it. That's fine. But
It's all good.
but I have to try the Coors Light ones as well. I see them all the time, but I always default to Bud Light. So I'm gonna
Mango is the best.
okay. Coors Light and Christmas sweater on the list. Boom.
Yes. I do have a really quick funny story. Chris, I don't know if you ever visited Black Horse.
I have. Yes.
Okay. So I went there with a friend one day, and they had a raspberry cream ale instead of just their regular vanilla cream ale. It was really good on tap, right? I bought a 6-pack to bring home to Jay because I was like, oh, he's not here. Well, I'll have him try it. So I opened a can one night and I'm smelling it and I'm like this, I don't know, something smells weird. And he looks at me and he was like, did you fart? And I was like, no, it wasn't me. I'm like, can you see I'm smelling my can? Like, it's not me, it's the beer.
He's like, I'm smelling your can, all right.
Finally, I convince him to smell this beer. And he's like, ugh, oh my God. And I taste it. Why? I don't know. Curiosity. This is the worst tasting thing I've ever put in my mouth. It was so disgusting. I don't know what happened, if the can was dirty or what, but 2 of the 6 were absolutely just ruined.
That's weird that only 2 of them, that it wasn't like the whole batch was bad. It was just a couple cans.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Right? I don't know if they can them on the spot or if they can them beforehand, but 2 of them were really gross. Like, smelled like a-hole.
Weird. It
was
really
bad.
That's really weird. So Black Horse was fine. I mean, I was not terribly impressed with that. I mean, they're fine. They're fine. I don't think I've gotten many to-go beers, but that's really weird. I don't know why they would have 2 of the 6. That's kind of odd. Huh.
I thought the same thing. It was bizarre and really gross.
I'm glad to get Jenna to take over Tud's cranky segment, so that's always good.
I'm
Jenna,
cranky about it. Dang
Jenna,
it.
Why you cranky?
I got a beer that smelled like toots.
I hate it when that happens. My least favorite smell for a beer to be.
Yeah, really. Oh, all right. So with that, it's time for everybody's favorite part of the episode. 3 handles on our Frosty Mug of Wisdom. This time, less Tud, more Jenna, where we have wisdomy wisdom, advice, TV shows, maybe, products, Christmas presents.
Question mark?
Who knows? I don't know.
Ooh.
But we kick it off, as always, with the song from Jordan. So, Jordan, hit it.
Test your handle. Test your handle. Test your handle. Test your handle. Mug of Wisdom! Drink. Mug of Wisdom!
Okay, well, Chris, with the rare .01 off, you are today's
So close.
honk, 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 man of the people. So that means you get to pick what order we're going in, superseding our usual guest choice.
Well, I'm going to force the issue. I'm going to put the guest on blast, of course, and let Jenna go first in the Frosty Mug of Wisdom.
That's because you never have a handle.
I never have a handle. Like, I'm going to look around right now. You'll watch me. I'll be like looking around. What can I look
Chris
at?
is
What
like,
can I do?
I'm going to recommend this individual Pokemon card. You know,
I saw you playing with one earlier.
Yep. Have you ever seen a water energy before?
Kadabra's back, everybody.
Kadabra is back. That's huge, actually. That's a big thing. He's back on Pokemon cards. Anyways, Jenna, don't take Kadabra.
All right. Well, if I have to go first, my handle probably would have worked better during like April, May, when we were all stuck at home for however long. But I'm still going to do it anyway because it's the best. But it's going to be basically like trash TV. I love trash TV, specifically 90 Day Fiance.
Okay.
Oh, I've heard of this, I think.
It's amazing. So basically, 90 Day Fiance is K1 visa, and that means somebody from another country gets brought over to America, and you have to get married within 90 days, or you get sent back to your country. Some of the people on this show are, ridiculous, to say the least. There are some that will like visit somebody in the other country before they bring them to America, and it's dudes in their like mid 50s, 60s that are just like, dude, you know this woman is fake, right? Like, you know you're getting catfished. Other ones, you're like, oh, I hope that they make it. Like, they're a cute couple. But it's just drama-filled, and it's really fun to watch. It's really entertaining to me. It's like a hate watch. I don't know if you guys hate watch TV, but it's like really, it's good to hate watch.
We have hate listeners, so.
That is true.
Yeah.
We do.
Perfect. Well, you can hate listen and then hate watch.
Yeah. So where can I find 90 Day Fiance?
On TLC.
TLC. Okay.
So if you have cable, it would just be TLC, or you can download the TLC app.
Jenna, do you have the TLC app?
TLC Go. Yeah, we have TLC Go.
I don't know. TLC had their own app.
Yeah, we don't have cable.
Everything's got an app nowadays.
Everything's got an app. Are these 30-minute episodes or what?
An hour plus.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a lot of time to spend with these
so
fiancés.
they're like, yeah. So you gotta sit down and be serious.
Okay.
You got to take it's super serial.
They're really good though. And then at the end of the season, they have like a tell-all, and you can tell kind of who's worked through their relationship and who hasn't worked through their relationship because they're on a monitor. You know, like the people that are together or married are like there in person, and the others are like, one of them's there in person because they're in America, and the other is on this little like iPad in the other country. But
sounds terrible.
It's amazing. There's so many seasons. There's like 90 Day Fiance. There's 90 Day Fiance the other way. There's this pillow talk show that comes after with previous seasons of 90 Day Fiance cast. It's amazing. That is how we spend our Sundays and Mondays because we can't fit it all into one. It's great.
It certainly sounds
that
entertaining.
is my handle. It really is.
Could you recommend like one couple to watch to get us kicked off?
Jeez. Libby and Andre. Not Andre. Andre. He's from Moldova. They are quite the couple. He is very much the type of guy that is like, I am a man's man and you are the woman, and you have to cook and you have to clean and you have to do the wife responsibilities. And she is very much an American woman where we share responsibilities and we both do everything. And it's just kind of funny to see their dynamic and how it progresses. But there's one point in the show where he is talking to her family because they all say Andre except for her. And he says, Andre, say it how you want, but say it right.
Nice.
It's just fantastic.
That's awesome.
Well, I gotta say, I'm glad you told us that little anecdote because now I'm a little bit more intrigued by the show. Okay, Jenna. So who are we handing it off to?
Well, Obert, I guess I'm going to hand it off to you because Chris never has a handle.
Yeah. Let's give Chris a little bit more time here.
Yeah. Get a little more time to get his shit together.
Yeah.
Even though he has all week.
So
I got like 1,000 kids at home. Come on, give me a break.
I have a kid at home too.
Yeah, you only have one. I have 1,000. Okay.
You have one more than me.
They grow exponentially.
still not too sure on how that math works, but anyway, I also have a, I guess, guilty pleasure show I want to recommend. This is a good one for, just sitting on the couch, putting on in the background, just something really lighthearted. It's called Impractical Jokers. That's
so good.
It's on True TV, and now it's on the HBO Max app. And that's where I rediscovered it because, again, returning to the hit segment of Living with Your Parents, they have HBO. So I'm like binging all the HBO while I can. And I saw it was on there. So I'm like, you guys will like this show. And I forgot how funny it is. And it's, I think part of the key of what makes it so great is, again, the premise of the show, I should mention up front, is it's 4 lifelong friends who kind of play practical jokes. They get into situations with unassuming strangers and they have to say ridiculous things to them, is more or less the premise. At the end of the show, someone loses and then they have to go do a punishment in front of everybody. But part of the appeal is they're lifelong friends and they all have like really infectious laughs and they're always laughing at each other. And it just, you can't help but laugh along with them while you're watching it on the couch. So if the world is getting you down right now, this is a great way to just sit down and laugh with a funny TV show.
I must say, I have seen this show many, many times, and I need to know who your favorite is.
Yeah, good question. There's so many different things. They each have their own qualities, which
They really do. They're so
yeah.
different.
But I think I really like Q. Q is definitely one of my favorites.
That's Jake's favorite,
Yeah.
too. He loves Q. I love Sal.
Sal is the best because he can do anything with a straight face. Oh, no, sorry.
When he laughs, though, it's like his entire body takes over his laugh, and he, like, slaps the person next to him, and they fall on the ground, and it's just like contagious laughter. Like, Sal is the best, in my opinion. But they all have these qualities that make them the best for what they do. Like, Murray is hilarious because he's kind of a pussy. And Joe is hilarious because he does anything like, Larry! He just,
Yeah, I think
they're
Murray's
all
the best
amazing.
one to get punished because he's
yes.
yeah.
He has little ticks too, where you tell he's getting nervous, like his little neck twitch and.
So funny thing is, when we were in the hospital with Luke, this show was on like constantly. And I obviously heard of it before, but I never really sat down and watched it for long periods of time. But I fell in absolute love with it watching it like a couple months ago, and it's so freaking funny.
Well, the reason I brought it on the show today is because I knew that it would be a show you would love, Chris. It's like when I'm like, this is absolutely a Chris show.
Oh man, I don't know how they do it
Yeah.
though. I could never. Oh my god, some of the stuff they do and say, and oh god. But a quick piggyback. If you're on the everybody's favorite app TikTok, if you're everybody's favorite app TikTok, you got to follow Joe. I think it's at Joe
Gatto,
Gatto or
yeah.
something like that. And he's on there, and his videos are very funny. So check him out. But yeah, it's a great show. Oh, so now that I know it's on HBO, whatever it is now.
HBO Max.
Yeah.
Is that's it now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'll have to do that. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, definitely a good one. All right, well, we saved the best handle for last on our three-handled Frosty Mug of Wisdom.
Oh boy.
And no using a celebrity's TikTok as a handle.
What? Are you kidding me? What the hell?
No using Joe
I shouldn't have
Gatto's
said anything.
TikTok as a handle.
I shouldn't have said anything. What about my own TikTok? Can I put over my own TikTok?
Have you? I think you already have.
Over the Brula
no,
or
I-
Etsy.
No, I think we've had that as a handle too, actually. No, I have one that is for, I don't know. I'm going to say it's for parents, but maybe not. Maybe it depends on your kid, but we bought one for CJ and we have no self-control. It was supposed to be for birthday, Christmas, and well, we gave it to him today. And but I was shopping on everybody's favorite Black Friday, and we came across this moon lamp. It's a lamp of the moon. And it's a replica lamp. I'll show you guys what it looks like. But it's just a little like nightlighty kind of thing. Oh,
I can't.
Oh, so it's not like a cartoony crescent shape. It's like an actual picture of the actual moon.
right. And it's held up on this little thing, but it's completely you charge it. So it's not attached to any walls or anything like that. And the reason we got it is because CJ's been obsessed with the moon recently. Whenever he sees it outside, he goes, "It's the moon! It's the moon!" And he's like, "Where'd the moon go?" When we're inside, because he can't see it
To
anymore.
be fair, it's probably the coolest thing in the sky that you're allowed to look at.
That is true. Yes. So we bought it. We saw it and we bought it, and it came in today. And let me just say, this kid is in love with it. He was running around the house with it. He holds it up and he goes, high in the sky, and he holds it up in the sky. And actually, I was playing with it a little bit too because it is pretty cool.
Chris was
I mean,
doing
it's a
high
cool
up in
little-
the sky.
I was doing high in the sky as well. Yeah, it is pretty cool. And I was like, I wonder if they have these of all the planets and all that fun stuff. I'm sure they do somewhere. But yeah, if you're looking for something, maybe you have someone who loves space or something, or if you have a kid who's also obsessed with the moon, like mine is right now, it's worth checking out. Even if you have if you like the moon, hey, you like the moon, get one, put it on your nightstand because they are pretty cool.
Hey, listeners,
so-
you like the moon? If you like the moon,
No, new
we
handle.
got a handle.
New handle. The moon.
It's pretty good.
What kind of light does it give off?
So there's two settings. There's like a yellowish light, and then like a bright white light. Well, not bright, but like a white light. So if you were to see like a full moon versus like a fading moon, what is it called? I don't know.
Waning.
Yeah, waning maybe. I don't know. But he only likes the white light.
Bless you.
But it is pretty cool.
Nice.
So check it out. I mean, they're like $17 on Amazon. They're not super expensive. But for all the moon lovers out there, do not. This is in the disclaimer. Do not gift it to werewolves.
Okay.
So, it's in there. They wrote it on the disclaimer. Pandemonium. So, but there you go. There's a little small Christmas gift for young child or enamored adult. One of the two.
Nice. And well, I mean, it is the time of year when people are looking for Christmas presents, and you're the only one today who did have a possible gift. So
There you
solid
go.
handle. Solid handle.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I like the moon.
Who doesn't?
Right?
Who hates
doesn't
the
like
moon?
Well,
If you hate the moon,
and it's
right
up
in.
at like noon.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you hate the moon, right in.
Yeah.
We need to know.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to thank you all for listening. We want to start off by thanking the breweries that provided us with the beers tonight, and I would like to thank Hoof Hearted Brewing for their Fitness Freak Imperial Stout.
I just realized that you're supposed. If you say it fast, it sounds like you said "who farted." I didn't get that joke until now.
Slow it down. Slow it down when you go to play it back.
But I'm sure that's why they named it that. You know.
Actually, that's a good
Yeah.
point. Hoof Hearted right in.
I want to thank.
Millions of emails.
I want to thank Oliphant Brewing for their super delicious, super squishy.
And I want to thank New Holland Dragon Milk.
Nice.
And I guess Bearded Iris is Black is Beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you to the lovely Jenna for jumping in and hanging out with us today. So, Jenna, put yourself over properly.
Well, you can find me on Instagram at The Brew Locker, Facebook at The Brew Locker, Snapchat at The Brew Locker, Etsy at The Brew Locker, and I should be coming out with some shirts pretty soon.
Ooh.
Yes, I have some shirts in the making. They are, the vinyl is currently sitting on my coffee table. I just need to press them onto some shirts, but it's going to be the I'd Tap That sticker that is my most popular. So hopefully I will be able to offer that for the holidays. I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, Etsy at The Brew Locker.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, her next T-shirt, she asked us about it. We signed off on it. She said, I went on DAWF podcast and all I got was this lousy T-shirt. That's the next one that's coming out. So check that out. Couple months, Etsy.com/.
Undetermined amount of time. She keeps
True.
promising it. We have yet to see it, but
Send me a design.
Well, that's just words. It's just words. It's easy.
It's just
Anyways,
words.
maybe our logo. I don't know, but we'll workshop it. We got it figured out.
follow us on social media. We're all the places except TikTok. We're not there yet. And don't bother with the Twitter. But Instagram, Facebook, Untapped.
We're being real with you now.
Yeah, that's where we're at. So check us out.
Make sure you're sending in some emails. Hit up the email, dawfpodcast@gmail.com. Send in your thoughts, concerns, letters, whatever. Love letters.
Hate letters.
If you want more hate letters, if you want more Jenna, let us know, because we always love having Jenna on. Yeah, check me out on Twitch. Twitch.tv/BeardadGamer. Let's go.
This is why we don't let them do the credits.
Well, I mean, other than that, I think.
And he does the edits, so we can't edit him out.
Oh no, I do the
No,
edits.
actually, I don't edit anymore. Yeah. Unless it calls for it. Yes, but Obert's taken over. He's at the wheel.
Well, Obert, you can edit him out.
Oh, I will.
He already knows. He knows what he's editing out already.
Yeah.
he's got notes.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you
Well, if
are
that's
at Mom and Dad's house, so you got plenty of time on your hands.
Tell you what, with the Sunday night releases, it's tough. It's tough to find the time.
I bet.
Well, I think that's it. So, my name's Chris.
My name's Obert.
And I'm Jenna. And remember, if you're drinking alone, do it with friends.
All
Nice.
right.
Nailed it.
Yes.
I'm about to go drive out to the one McDonald's in town. And
I'm so
Oh, yeah,
disappointed.
everything's closed over there.
After all of our speak.
yeah, I have no other options. I'm just stuck here.
Have your mom make you something.
Mom, it's 11. Make me dinner.
Mom! What is it? Mom, the meatloaf! Now!